Welcome to Center Heist Productions. Please hit the likes and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly appreciate that. Thank you to my subscribers. And if you come across the channel, please hit the likes and subscribe. I would muchly appreciate it, as we've built an integral channel here uh, for Habs play and news. And we keep it to factual information that drops when it does. And we kind of keep it integral in the sense that we take great pride in not putting out rumors. We wait till actual factual information drops. And don't forget, if you're into projects of renovations or small build or that type of thing, don't forget Aura, who um, they're in the Maritimes in HRM, and the owner of that company being Glenn Thomas, good gentleman. They do good work. So if you got a project that you need and a renovation, a deck built, give him a shout. You'll see his number and contact information on the front page of my video. Please contact them. They do great work, and at a very good price. All right, let's get to it. Please also, if you could, share it with your friends and family, the video. And yes, like I say, as we try to grow good, strong Habs network here. And leave your comments at the end of each video. Tell me your thoughts of these games and keep it clean. We like a respectable channel here. All right, this was, and I apologize that it's coming out late, but we had a problem with the previous video with this move and everything. The audio actually had kicked out half of the video, so I had to redo that. That put me behind. And yesterday I was in medical appointments, and could not get my review of the Leafs Habs game. And so I'm going to do that right now. And let's hope all goes well, as like I say, we're still in the middle of trying to prepare this studio. All right, so the game ended up as a nice tight one. It went into overtime. Unfortunately, the Habs couldn't pull it off. The Leafs managed to still keep the Habs on the outside before, holding back the opportunity of us clinching that final wildcard spot. 1-0 victory for the Leafs. So we held up and pushed this thing to overtime. Now, when I get farther into this, you're going to see where I think we got a problem. All right, so let's look at the first period. No scoring, good defensive battle. The second period, no scoring. Third period, no scoring. This is quite Dobish played quite well for Kidd. He really held Montreal in this, and then there's a goal in overtime by Mitch Marner, as we all know. It's 1-0 victory for the Leafs. Stollarts played for the Leafs. Dobish played for the Habs. Marner got the winning goal. Mitch Marner scored at 36 seconds. Didn't take them long either, right? And to give the Toronto Maple Leafs a 1-0 victory over the Montreal Canadiens and prevent the Canadiens from wrapping up a wildcard playoff spot. Saturday night, Marner got the puck in the high slot, beat goalie Dobish with a low wrist shot to the far corner for his 26th goal of the season. Anthony Stollert stopped 15 shots for his third shutout of the season, as Atlantic, leading to Toronto, secured home ice in the first round of the playoffs. Mitch Marner was the first star. Stollarts was the second star. How does the guy, yes, he played well. I get that. But we only had 15 shots on him. This guy, I'm sorry, in my books, he's not a star in this game. Sorry. I don't care how you put it. That's where the way they pick these three stars blows my mind. And John Tavares, 1 assist plus 1. Strong game by him as well. So no scoring in the first, no scoring in the second. This is an easy game to recap. No scoring in the third. 36 seconds, Marner, assisted by Nylander and Tavares. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the problem here. And actually, Dobish should have been a second star easily. Maybe even I would give him the second. They're always going to give it to the guy who scores the winning goal, the way they do it nowadays. But I honestly think he should have got the first star, but first or second, at least. So the malarkey of how they pick these stars is just cockamamie. All right, I mean, look at the shot. Now we're getting into the stats now. 35 shots to 15. How does Montreal I don't even know how we ended up with just losing this game 1-0 because we're not. I've been talking about this. We cannot expect to win games with this amount of shots. We're not creating enough opportunities. We're not getting to the net, and our forecheck has got to get there. We have to get creative and get some pucks to the net. That's how you win games. So I don't know what's going on there, but they better fix it because they're in Chicago tonight, and this is a must win. Must. They're putting. We got Columbus right on our heels. The one team that's really pressuring. A lot of teams have been officially eliminated now, but Columbus is still in the picture and they're playing good hockey. Montreal must win tonight. Must. And with Demidov, let's hope this is his debut. This should be interesting. But 35 shots to 15 for the Leafs. That's not a great thing. I mean, it's a great thing defensively. We played well to match them. And Caden Gooley, what can you say? A couple big hits and even into the scrap with Domi because Domi's going to step up for his, Tavares and others that were hit physically. And I love Gooley's physical play. Just a punishing defenseman, and that's what you need. Shut down. All right, so 35 shots to 15, 24 hits to 21 for the Leafs, 26 faceoffs to 22 for the Habs, 0 for 2 for power plays for the Habs, and that's gone cold because we're just playing with it too much. We're not, we're trying to be too cute. And 0 for 4 for the Leafs, so our penalty kill did great, but our power play's been kind of in a drought. Penalty minutes 15 to 11 for the Habs. That can't be. Got to get that down. Giveaways 14 to 13 for the Leafs, and we couldn't capitalize. Takeaways 2 for the Leafs and 0 for the Habs. Block shots 18 to 13 in favor of the Leafs. This is and like I said, there was a tilt between Domi and Gooley, and so a bit of physicality in this game. You expect that, um, but however, for Montreal being in a position knowing they have to clinch a spot, you can't come out with 15 shots. That's a recipe for a loss. I'm amazed that this game was 1-0 in that regard. Yes, we played well defensively, but man, we got to get our offense boogie in there. And I still say I don't know why we pulled Heineman out of the lineup. Sorry, I like Kapanen too. But I'm sorry, I don't see. We need the physicality of Heineman and the danger of his shot. I know maybe it's the wrist and where they figured that the fourth line wasn't clicking the way it was. But things, the lineup's going to change hugely tonight with Demidov. I assume Demidov will be put in the lineup and Pizzetto will come out. That's how I figure the lineups will be. However, I still think, again, I think Heineman should be put in and Kapanen out. That's just my thought. But we shall see. Maybe Kapanen and Demidov get something going too. That's another way of looking at it as well, because we know Kapanen's talented and he's got good work ethic. He's just not physical enough. But with his talent, maybe that connects with Demidov. Who knows, right? You never know. You never know. Still love what the third line's doing. And we just need production. We got to get some production, and it's just, we're starting to see Jake Evans play better hockey again, and that's a good sign. Uh, but again, no matter how you look at this team, you cannot expect to win with 15 shots on net. All right. So with that being said, we have a huge game, and we know the word coming out of Montreal seems to be that Demidov will have his debut tonight, hosting Chicago. And although we know what happened in our last game against Chicago, we took them lightly and they stole one from us. We can't allow that tonight because Dobish played on his head against the Leafs, stopping 35 shots. Like I say, how he didn't end up being at least the second star of this game is just beyond me, because he was really what held us in there. The score really does not reflect the game. He was There should have been, a lot of other goaltenders. This game there would have been at least 3 to 5 goals, somewhere's in that range against. Can't 35-15. It just can't happen. Can't happen. So let's hope tonight. We're most likely going to see Sam Montembeau is what I'm figuring. And both goaltenders have played well of recent, so it hasn't been a goaltender issue so much. It's been team lacking to put the shots on, and they got to get that back together and become fierce. They got to fight, and get real nasty. This is time, no time to play games anymore. No let up. Tonight's game is do or die in my books. Yeah, you got such a great opportunity for the Habs to slip in. The only way that happens is if they wake up here, stop the bleeding with this two-game loss. Um, Losing streak now. At two games, they can stop it and they can clinch. They have to clinch. They have to get a win. And let's hope. Let's hope it's going to be fun to watch Demidov. We know how fun it is to watch Hudson. Can you imagine two of them and two of them on a power play? That would be interesting too. So this could be an interesting. Now, don't get your hopes up too high. The guy's got to adjust to the NHL level. Yes, I still think he's going to be uh, a superstar, that type of thing. Because we got to remember, it's got to translate to that league. I think it will. It's timing, because a lot of times it doesn't happen immediately. But still nice to get the injection and give him some experience, and just to have the threat of his capabilities on the ice. Hopefully, will make a difference for the Habs. So go Habs, go Demidov, go. Let's get that victory against Chicago, and let's not get in a dumb mode in the head and think that this is our easiest one, because you can't miss this one, because you got Carolina right after in our final game, and they pretty much, for the most part, they're a solid team, and they pretty much have our number for the most part. So I wouldn't rest on laurels and miss this opportunity. You miss this opportunity, you open the door for Columbus, and Columbus is playing so well that wouldn't shock me to see if we miss this opportunity. They'd capitalize and steal that spot. Because when it comes down to tiebreakers and stuff, it doesn't favor us. We have to get this win. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode, which will be after the Chicago Habs matchup, and we will be very. I think everybody's kind of hyped with Demidov's introduction, his first game, and let's hope the Habs get that forecheck going, and fight and get some shots on net. Got to get the shot department up. Forecheck, get the players in front of the net, crash the net, and get the shots to the net. Thank you for watching. Go Habs, go. And like I said, I want to tip my hat off to Dobish. He was solid. He was the only reason we were in that game, for the shot differential. And great hits by Gooley. So thank you for watching. You've seen it here at Center Heist, where the puck drops first. Catch you in the next one. God bless.